I've recently tested the Volkswagen Passat. Behind me is the turbo diesel version. Will I be equally impressed? Let's find out. I definitely like the shape. It has a casual elegance. It not only says Volkswagen, but it also says Passat. With the trademark Volkswagen emblem up front, and the other Volkswagen badges all around, there's no mistaking that it's a Volkswagen, and I especially like the fact that it's less rounded than most cars of today. Great shape, Volkswagen. The traditional Volkswagen flair for design carries over to the interior. The all-power seats are very comfortable, yet also well contoured and very supportive too. The adjustable armrest also hides two-tiered storage. You can remove this tray. Underneath it is your iPhone hookup. You also get another auxiliary input, plus a charger and deep storage too. Moving forward, there's a hint of luxury with the wood trim, which wraps all the way around. You got a bit of storage here, 2 cup holders, and a real handbrake right here. The transmission also comes with a real sports setting. You can shift it yourself. Here's a curious place to have the engine start button, but it doesn't really get in the way. Just in front of that, you get another charger and some additional storage too. Moving up the dash, you get dual zone climate control, easy to use and very well laid out. This button right here controls your heated seats. The infotainment screen also houses your backup camera. They've changed the controls a little bit for the stations. It used to be kind of a round selector. Now it's more traditional. I like it. Of course, you can control media, your phone, sound, you name it, you can control it in here. Plus, of course, navigation and setup. Towards the top of the dash, you get this analog clock, which adjusts when you go ahead and change the time here on the dash. So that's good. You also get information here, just in the middle of the dials. Nice, easy to read tachometer and speedometer too. You can also control the Bluetooth and your sound system right on the steering wheel. On the door, you have controls for your side mirrors, plus power door locks. Down here, you have controls for your power windows. Here's where you can pop the trunk. Plus, you have another cup holder and some storage. Overall, it's a nice interior that combines the normal Volkswagen interior with a bit of extra luxury as well. Out back, you get your own vents, place to store magazines, and also seating for up to 3 across, and some storage and a cup holder right in the door. You can pull the armrest down for 2 extra cup holders, some additional storage here, and then you also have a trunk pass-through for skis. The trunk is very impressive. Goes back very deep there, and you also have a couple little storage trays on either side. Nice. Powering the Passat TDI is a 2-liter turbo diesel engine which produces 140 horsepower at 4,000 RPMs and 236 pound-feet of torque at just 1,750 RPMs. That's good for a 0 to 60 time of 8.8 seconds. Fuel economy is rated at 31 miles per gallon in the city and 43 miles per gallon on the highway. The gas tank has an 18.5 gallon capacity, so that means you can travel anywhere from about 573 to 795 miles on one tank. Impressive. So the Passat ranges from about 21,000 to 33,500, and the turbo diesel here is really right in the middle at $26,000. And I think it's one of the best ones to go after because you do have adequate power with the turbo diesel and exceptional fuel economy. With 43 miles per gallon on the highway, I think that's pretty amazing. And you still get the Passat, which has a lot of luxury built in, heated seats, sunroof, and even some wood trim to boot. And it's just a really nice, solid car all around. Call it Farfignugan, call it whatever you want, but there's really something nice about the Volkswagen Passat here. And has to do with the way the steering wheel feels in your hand, the way the knobs feel when you touch them, things like that, the way the seats feel sporty but yet comfortable, and everything is really within reach, easy to control, and Volkswagen's really thought out the interior very well, and I still do like the basic shape of the Passat. It was getting a little boring there back in the day, the last couple generations, but this one really looks nice again, and I think it looks distinguished. I think it looks a bit luxurious, and it certainly has the luxury inside to back it up. Now, you could tell it's not super high end, but you know, you can go for other German manufacturers for that. But Volkswagen does a great job of bringing you the Passat, a nice large sedan, and making it the people's car, very affordable, and with the turbo diesel, very economical too. I think turbo diesel engines offer great alternatives to both gas power and hybrid power. Reason being, with hybrid power, of course you get great fuel economy, but sometimes you don't get great speed involved with that great fuel economy. And the turbo diesel has great low-end torque, so even if they're not great in the numbers, well, they do feel fast. And in real-world driving, you get great pickup from a start, and that's a great thing. Now, I did have the opportunity to test the Volkswagen turbo diesel Beetle convertible, and that one was well over 2 seconds quicker to 60 than this Passat, and that's simply a matter of weight. Now, when you relate it to the gasoline-powered engines, well, of course, you're getting much better fuel economy with the turbo diesel or the diesel engine. Of course, that's why they use them for trucks, which carry most of the stuff we get all across the country. And so the turbo diesel, I think, combines the best aspects of an engine, torque, and also great fuel economy to give you a nice balance. Now, I'm not thrilled about the fact that diesel gas costs about 50 cents per gallon more than regular gas, but at the same time, I think everyone should own either a hybrid or, in this case, a turbo diesel, because that fuel economy could be used to keep us out of wars with foreign countries, and therefore we can help our country that way. And with the turbo diesel, you're not really sacrificing anything. You still have a car that's fun to drive, but also economical. Checking out the night look on the Passat here. There is a lot of red, which isn't my favorite, but still very clear and easy to see at night, which is always a good thing. Another thing that makes seeing at night clear and easy are these great headlights on the Passat here. Now, when I go to turn left, they actually cheat left a little bit, and you can see around the corners, just like in the commercials as advertised. And it really does work. It's actually a pretty cool system, and I like it. I think it's useful. Now, when you're in the sport shift mode here in the Passat, it holds the shifts longer, you get into that power band better, and with the turbo diesel, that's a good thing. Even though there's a lot of torque down low, still, when you're getting onto the highway, it's nice to have a little extra. And the Passat holds the shift for you. Very nice. The diesel can sound a little bit like a truck at idle, but when you pick up speed, it sounds more normal. Once pushed, this engine is actually pretty tractable. With the Volkswagen's German tuned handling, it's actually a very fun car to drive. Decent highway acceleration too. Not a speed demon, but certainly adequate for everyday driving. And even fun on the back roads too. So I've driven the normal gas-powered Passat. You can look for that review elsewhere. Of course, also the Jetta and the Jetta GLI, look for those reviews also. But concerning the Passat turbo diesel here, I do think it really is the best of the range. It's priced right in the middle, $26,000. Very, very fair money for a car that returns 43 miles per gallon on the highway and does it with a nice level of luxury and a nice level of comfort and also lots of room. So I've really been impressed with the Passat TDI, and with a range of up to 800 miles, I think you'll be impressed too. I'm Drivin Ivan Katz.